Well, it is day one of World's Group Stage with coverage brought to you by Alienware. I'm joined right now by Wildturtle, fresh off their game against Top Esports, the opening game of World's Group Stage. And Turtle, obviously, a pretty tough one for you guys. I mean, what's your immediate response to this? Because I know you just played in it a couple minutes ago. So what's your first sort of reaction or feeling about that game?
I just thought we could have played a lot better. I don't think we really showed FlyQuest out there. Obviously, I think TES is a pretty good team, but I thought we could go toe to toe with them. And I think going into the second week, hopefully we can bring it back and still make it out of groups.
Yeah. Is there any particular moment that you think went really wrong? I mean, obviously, it seemed as though the game just got out of control from the very beginning. So, and they're known for their very early aggression, and I feel like we saw that, right? So, in your mind, is there just like a pivotal moment that it could have been turned around, or was it just rough from the very beginning?
The pivotal moment for, I guess, us on bottom was maybe we could have got the 2v2 kill. And I think on top side, there was a fight around Herald timing where we maybe we could have one-shotted the Collie. I think those were pretty pivotal moments where we could have came back in the game. But overall, I think TES played pretty well and they played their style and they were the better team today.
So they are tournament favorites. It's good to hear that you feel like you guys can take them given another match, hopefully. But there's no part of you that looks at that game and you say like, oh man, like these guys are phenomenal. That like it is understandable why they are tournament favorites. No part of you just feels like they're untouchable.
Yeah, I definitely thought we had timings where we could have won the game. So there's that. I think Solo knows what he needs to fix for that game as well. I think it's a learning experience for him. That's his first game on Worlds, and I think going into week 2, he'll be more refreshed and ready to go.
I know this is a bit of a meme, but how are scrims going? It's been, normally we don't get to, you guys don't get to scrim against these other teams, and we sort of send you all off to Worlds, and then we find out later how things go practice-wise. So what has it been like for you guys learning and practicing through the scrim environment at Worlds?
Honestly, our scrims have not going well. I think it's an NA tradition. The world scrims have never go well, but I think the stage games should paint a different picture. I think a lot of teams that lose scrims definitely play better on stage, and I think we're one of those teams that play better on stage. We weren't able to show today, but I'm still pretty confident that we have a chance to make it out of groups.
Well, obviously, scrim's not about necessarily winning or losing, but do you feel like you are gaining a lot from these scrims? Are they like making you a better team? Are you learning, I don't know, different strategies, etc.?
Yes and no. I think it depends on the team just because there's so many different play styles out there for teams and you can't really adjust for each and every one of them. You just have to get better at your own personal style. And I think that's what we're trying to hone in on here at FlyQuest.
Well, it's been about a month since I talked to you, since playoffs. Since then, you've done 14 days of quarantine. You've flown over there. You've been doing all this stuff. So how are you personally holding up after this many weeks in China and preparing for Worlds and getting to this moment?
Well, initially I think it was pretty hard, the quarantine. 2 weeks in a hotel is pretty tough. I think after that it's gotten a lot better. Rye put us in a 5-star hotel, so it's been pretty nice. Just eat good food every day, get the scrims going. I think it's been pretty solid overall.
Are you having a good time? Not that that's the point of this or anything like that, right? It's about the competition, but I guess here's why I asked this. And I know we're kind of coming off of that last game, but normally I get to go to Worlds and hang out with the NA team, see how you guys are doing. I miss that, and I don't know what it's like over there. So it sounds like you're having an okay time, especially now after quarantine, but what is kind of the vibe over there? What is the experience like?
You mean in terms of like just in the competitive?
Just
Competitively?
Like the hotel experience. You said it's 5 stars and all that stuff, but are spirits high with the NA teams? Are you guys in good spirits? I don't know if you're talking to any of the other players on other teams and hanging out.
I mean, I think some teams are in good spirits for sure. I think TL is actually in a pretty solid spot right now. I think TL is one of the better teams coming into NA. I think they improved a lot. I think plans really helped their team find their footing. And the other end, I think us here at FlyQuest, we're just pretty positive team overall. So yeah. I think there's that. Like even though we're getting crushed sometimes, like, I think we're still pretty positive. We haven't really gone off the rails yet, and I think our team is still pretty confident going into the rest of the groups.
Well, I really do appreciate you taking the time to talk to me after that match, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys turn it around in the second half of World's Groups, when you face them again. Is there anything you want to say to any of the NA fans out there?
Don't be disappointed. We're still here. Okay, that's about it.
Very good. Thank you so much, Turtle, for the interview. I really appreciate it. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things Worlds right here on my YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed my coverage of Worlds, that interview, this video, whatever it is you just watched. I'm going to be honest, I'm filming this before World starts. Just seeing a little bit of sun, because I'm not really seeing much of that right now, given the nocturnal situation I'm in to cover Worlds. Anyway, we're doing a lot over here, and my sponsors are supporting it. So if you want to support me, go support my sponsors, Draft Buff, Alienware. Links in the video description below. And by the way, while you're down there, Alienware are doing a giveaway right now. You can win a ton of cool stuff, cool gear at their website, which is alienware.com/Travis. And there's a link in the description below. Travis 10 off Q3 will also save you 10% off your order of some cool Alienware gear. So thank you so much to them.